We always start the show on a Monday with Mr. Transfers. It's our regular guest, Fabrizio Romano, joins us live on deadline day. Fabrizio, thank you very much for your time. I mean, it's Christmas Day for you, isn't it, really? Your phone mustn't stop ringing today.
Yes, that's it. Hello, guys. Happy to be with you. Thank you for the invitation. And yes, for us, not just for me.
Now, the big news that we're talking about today, Liverpool want to sign Ozan Kabak from Schalke. We're also talking about Ben Davies, who's had a medical at Liverpool ahead of a move from Preston. Who else or where else are Liverpool looking in this window to fill the void at centre-back?
Yes, the deal, as you mentioned, for Ben Davies is completed, and they are negotiating with Schalke over the deal for Ozan Kabak. So there are talks ongoing right now at the moment for Ozan Kabak. There is the agreement with the player on personal terms, not yet between clubs. They are negotiating also about a possible obligation to buy clothes asked by Schalke, but negotiation around right now. So Liverpool are so optimistic. They have also other options. They will try for Chaletakar from Marseille, but they say no, last bid from Liverpool. So in these hours, they will go for another centre-back, apart of obviously Davies, as we mentioned, and I think Kabak is the favourite, absolutely.
Hi Fabrizio, it's Emma here. Long term for Liverpool, is Dio Upamecano still the target for them?
He's a target, yes. He's a target for Liverpool. He's a player so appreciated just because he's a release clause for next summer for 42 million euro. So he's available on the market. Also Bayern Munich as a target. Also Chelsea and Paris Saint-Germain are interested, but for sure Liverpool are among the clubs looking at Upamecano. So next summer will be so interesting to see who will make the best contract bid to the player. Just because with Leipzig you just have to pay the clause, and Liverpool are interested for sure.
Let's move on to Tottenham, shall we? As we said, it's busy at Liverpool, but Tottenham constantly Dele Alli looks like he's going to stay despite interest from Paris Saint-Germain. Fabrizio, is it too late for that deal to happen?
It's too late, yes. I'm told that the deal has collapsed just because there is no agreement between Tottenham and Paris Saint-Germain. No, the agreement was almost ready, but the problem is that Tottenham have no replacement for Dele Alli, and the owner of Tottenham, Daniel Levy, doesn't want to let him go without a replacement. They were trying again also during the weekend for Christian Eriksen back to Tottenham from Inter, but Inter said no to last bid from Tottenham. They want to keep the player. He's a starter now with Antonio Conte. The situation changed in like 1 week for Christian Eriksen at Inter, and that's why Dele Alli is not joining Paris Saint-Germain.
Fabrizio, what's the feeling in Italy about Christian Eriksen? We've spoken about him a lot this month, but why did he not end up leaving Inter Milan this window?
He had problems with Antonio Conte during this year, so it was not so easy with him to adapt to another football, another country, and in particular with the manager, Antonio Conte. He loves fighters and not just quality players. That has been the problem with Christian Eriksen, so he had a lot of problems with the manager. But in the last 2 weeks, the situation changed, also because Inter were needing another central midfielder, so he's not playing as a number 10, but now he's playing as a regista in the middle of the pitch for Inter in the place of Brozovic. He's doing so well. He scored an important goal in the Coppa Italia in the domestic cup against AC Milan in the derby. He was playing an amazing match last weekend against Benevento. So at the moment he's doing so well, and that's why Inter said no to Tottenham.
And Fabrizio, we always ask you for your one to watch of the week, but who's your one to watch this deadline day?
And that's a good question. I would mention Kabak again, but I would say also to look for next summer. In my opinion, would be interesting about the situation of the free agents. So it's a quiet deadline day at the moment, apart from Liverpool. So I would look at David Alaba for next summer, because I think it will be a big one. And Real Madrid also in this hour during the deadline day, they are not signing anyone. But for next summer, they are moving for David Alaba. He's the first target. And also right now, they are negotiating for him to sign his contract. So keep an eye on David Alaba.
Whetting our appetites already for the summer. What about your deal of this window, Fabrizio? Who do you think has got the best deal so far of this winter transfer window?
I go with Odegaard. I go with Odegaard to Arsenal just because, in my opinion, he's an amazing talent, really. It was a good opportunity on loan with the possibility of discussing with Real Madrid next summer. So signing this kind of player in January is not so easy. Arsenal were so fast when they had the opportunity, when they understood that the player was ready to leave Real Madrid, and it was like impossible in the first week of January. Then the situation changed, the player asked to leave, Mikel Arteta called the player, everything changed. So I go with Odegaard because, in my opinion, he's an amazing talent, and it will be interesting to see him in the Premier League.
Fabrizio, thanks for your time today, and thanks for your time throughout this window. Appreciate it.
Thank you, and have a nice deadline day.